And we are back. I got some new footage on this codename BattleCat game or whatever is going to come out, PvP. Let's get into it.
I don't know if you're allowed to show it.
Well, we're going to show it.
All right. Lick allow.
That's my catchphrase. Man, it feels good to be back and do some videos. Man, when I am not streaming on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, I am talking to myself. No, not really, but it is what it is. Hey, look, this is the brand new PvP game that a majority of people are watching, are interested in. As of right now, editing this video, it's trending on Twitter. Okay, Tom Clancy is trending on Twitter, and I believe, no disrespect, he's been deceased since 2012, 2013, something like that. And I did a previous video where it was like, hey, look, the conversation was they're going to show a new game, and a lot of people weren't like reading the part that it said in the universe. And universe, this is it. This is all the universe. What you're looking at right now is in my opinion, something that's kind of like you put in the comments, it's like a mixture of Call of Duty, Valorant, what's the other one? Rainbow Six, and Counter-Strike. Now, not to say like it's pulling elements from each one. It's kind of like Outriders. If you ever played or saw it, there's something that grabbed your attention but this is completely, I can't remember, put in the comment, there's a mission in the first division. I remember getting sniped from someone in the stands, but there was a division where you had bosses that came out when you made that right here, where you battled down this whole thing coming from the subway. And they've cleaned up some stuff and they've switched some things around, but that's what this looks like. And you're looking at the abilities that you're able to proc, and I feel like if it is, like I said before, we talked about in a previous video, again, I'm casual with video games in general, and my favorite game would be The Division 1 and 2, and I continue to play other games if you check out my content and see me streaming. But if it goes by the stuff that I believe the person's name was Byte Zero or Zero Byte, I'm sorry if I'm saying the Twitter handle wrong, but the individual basically gave us information on this game already, letting us know there was different factions and different abilities. I believe the squad is 3. You can see that the maps look like a decent sized map. You can see the elements that seem like, I'm assuming you'll see as we go into the videos, where you'll see stealth with tactical with kind of like squad play, right? So they showed off this logo, and the whole vibe of the logo was like, it's going to be wild, it's going to be fun, and you can see how it is set up to be that way. It kind of made me even think of Watch Dogs. Now, for this game, they did a game called, I think it was called Elite Squad, maybe, came out last year. It was a mobile game. It was like an RPG tactical game or something, and I feel like they took that same recipe somewhat, other than now it's a first-person shooter versus the games that I feel like is coming from this, Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon, and The Division, which are third-person shooters. Let me know in the comment if I'm wrong, but it feels like they took that element and now it's a PvP game. Now, this is perfect, the idea of it, more PvP love in the Tom Clancy, especially in the Division part of it, because I feel like as a Division fan, even though I'm not big on PvP, I couldn't tell you what numbers are this and how to run this. There should be the focus on the next Division or the later half of the Division 2 content that's coming out later, where the focus should be on PvP, right? Because they've given you PvE on so many levels. I feel like it's only time to get it right. Not to mention, it centers up like the rest of your game. If your PvP is good, if there's an ability to play the game based on a skill level, not luck, not throwing out a skill, whatever the case is, doesn't it make the rest of your game better? I get it, it's toxic. Some people feel like it's not for everybody, which is fine, but you still should take care of that part of the community. Now, what we're looking at is a video that a lot of people haven't been able to see. The first video was the video that, you know, a lot of people have seen already as the day has progressed. This is in National Zoo, I believe, is the mission from the second division. So you have the first division, you had that map. Now you have this one. So we didn't even get a chance to see any other maps, but hopefully this week we'll get a chance to see all this. But this kind of, to me, ends the conversation of the Division 3. It, first of all, it doesn't make sense to, you know, come up with the information on that, like doing it this way, right? And the other part about it is the information is already leaked like a month ago that this is coming out. And when you took Rainbow Six Extraction and you push that back to January 2022, you open the door for this game to be able to come out without having to cannibalize the rest of the games, because you still have Heartlands that's coming out, which is PvE, PvE, and a looter shooter, or more, I want to say more driven as a looter shooter with scavenging and whatnot. So it's going to be interesting. Now you see new modes on here, like a capture the zone, and I think like there's a, not a death match, but like a team type of thing that's going on. You'll see the score on the next few videos, versus the escort mode that we had before. And there was another mode that was rumored in the original leak. But man, you're looking at this and you're watching, put the mine down, which I think is like a Splinter Cell setup. Invisibility, loses invisibility. There goes your cooldown. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. How does it sound? How does it look? Does it look like something you would want to play? I get it. Some people are like, man, it's just Call of Duty. It's just Counter-Strike. It's Valorant. It's Overwatch. It's Rainbow Six. And some will say, no, it's nowhere near those type of games. I've heard some people talk about the motion. Understand this. I don't know if this is the final. I'm sure we're going to get some HD high definition stuff. This mission right here that you're looking at is another new one. This looks like the expansion from Warlords of New York from the Division 2. And there you go. You're watching the kill streaks. You're looking at the logo that looks like the Rogue logo. You see the username is blocked out. And look at the skills that you see here, right? You have invisible. You just see a teammate takes off that way to go ahead and flank. Flash grenades. It doesn't show in this clip what the goggles are. I don't know if that's going to be thermal or Splinter Cell, Tom Clancy style, but that's what you got there. And that's what I said at the top, the point system, similar to like a typical conflict, which was another thing. A lot of people are like, hey, look, on some of the conflict maps and things like that nature, which I believe they did with the first division, make them bigger, rework them to give PvP fans what they wanted, and also the balancing. So again, I'm not a PvP player. I'm casual gaming in general, but majority of the game I play is the Division series. So it's like, I feel honestly, if you spend the time on that community with the PvP, which I believe has been ignored for a certain amount of time, Red Storm, I believe, is a part of the projects moving forward. And the whole thing, I believe, with Red Storm, and I could be wrong, let me know in the comments, Red Storm is a part of making sure that Tom Clancy's games and the visions and the things of that nature, those projects, are within, I want to say, their mission or whatever, their integrity of how the game should come out, right? And then sometimes they roll on to other projects. So it's going to be really interesting to sit down with the devs, talk about this, the idea from this game, the pricing, which I believe is free. And you know what else is free? This right here. Here's another footage that maybe you didn't see. Does this look familiar? We're back at National Zoo. Right? Isn't National Zoo the zoo from... Unless in Ghost Recon or Splinter Cell, there's another National Zoo. I thought this was from... I'm pretty sure it's from the Division 2. But if you look at it, it looks like this skill or this agent, this character that you can pick is Division, because look, there goes the hill. That's proc. Looks like you got a grenade, a flash, probably concuss, maybe concussion grenade. I could be wrong saying that. And then the middle, you see the percentage that looks like it's increasing. I don't know if it's increasing so you can use it or that what you can take from it. Like the Outcast logo, I don't know. Well, again, you could have been anywhere in the world and you're here. I greatly appreciate that. Until next time, Kalika Lika Lao.